good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, banger. All right, we got big news coming, big update coming, as you've seen from the title. And I'm gonna let you know what you got coming for you. All right, I ain't get to test the server out because I'm a PlayStation player. I'm a console player. We don't have a test server on here, so I'm sorry about that. But I do have the news. I have all of it. And as you will see in this video, it'll let you know everything upcoming into the patch and what they did from 1.3.12 and for 1.4 coming up. So just stay tuned for that. And yeah, this is just it. So you guys enjoy the rest of this video, man. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new, and follow all social media links in the description below, and tune into my stream later on today, man. All right, that's Heath coming at y'all. Enjoy this video. Peace. Alrighty guys, just starting off with 1.3.1, since it wasn't really a super big update, just a lot of bug fixes and crashes were fixed. They fixed crashes, but they did note that they can't 100% be certain until they see the results in live environment. So that means once they implemented 3.1, now they're officially tracking to see what blue screens are, because before 1.3 was even introduced, there was no way for them to track blue screens at all. So now that they introduced 1.3, they were able to track a few blue screens, and they're finding the main error codes for them, and so they fixed that, which is really good. Also, they fixed the stairs, roofs, and the invisible walls glitch, which is really good. Everybody's asking about that, and they did it pretty much in a real timely manner, which was really good. Also fixed bugs with the concertinas, how they don't come in until really late. I didn't really know about that bug, but hey, they fixed it. Also, what they did do is they fixed the bug that the controller sensitivity to be too low. Now, if you've seen any of my videos, you guys notice how, or if you've ever experienced this yourself, when you turn right out of your regular turning strength and regular of what your settings are, but when you turn left, a lot of the times it'll just slow your sensitivity down all the way to 0. Like, it'll be really slow when you turn. So that's really good. I was asking about that update, and I did bring it up to the people I know that talk to the devs and stuff about fixing bugs, and so that was really good. But they've said that known issues, okay, so issues that they've noticed in it, that the audio might crackle sometimes. I really haven't experienced that yet in these past few days that I've been playing, which is cool. Performance drops, entering and exiting dark side, that's already been a problem for a long time. Black and red flashes before entering death screens, don't know about that one, but it doesn't seem like nothing that's crazy. And the tutorial hints keep showing up unless you disable them. So pretty much all of these are just really small issues that you won't really notice in game unless you're dead already, or already coming in the dark side, not a dark side. You've already known about these. So we're just going to get straight into 1.4 because we have a lot to cover between the 1.4. There is a huge update, almost as big as 1.3. 1.4 coming out. It's already out on test servers on PC. On console, we do not have a test server, so we're not able to test it out and experience it for ourselves, but we can go off of patch notes, guys, and that's what I'm doing right now. So first super major thing they're changing, the kill death ratio. All right, instead of KDR, it's gonna be kills and assists are going to count as kills. So on your KD now, your kills and assists count towards your KD. So a lot of people expect a lot of people's KDs to be jumping, or a lot of people should be happy about that because their KD is going to be jumping a lot, which is really good. I don't know about it, and it doesn't really affect me myself as much, but it should be easier for newer players to see themselves getting a lot more kills because they're getting assists. So they're basically just trying to make it easier for newer players, which is really good. And also they have opt out of options now to where they can hide their KD from in lobby and in death screens, which is cool for newer players. They can opt out to where you can't see their stats and no one can see yours. You can opt out to not be listed on the leaderboards and they can't access yourself. So expect a lot of newer players. For my people going into lobbies and random queuing, if you can't see their stats and stuff, expect them that those are newer players just trying to be able to play with everybody, and they're trying to penalize people from leaving the game. So the next thing, the penalties for leaving the game: leaving a random partner in a lobby. If you leave a random partner, they said it's a frustrating situation for everyone. Abandoning one random party after a lobby is penalized, and in the future they're trying to implement a mentor system, which is like another queue where good or higher tier players can play with lower players. with matchmaking adjustments, that sounds like it'll be something interesting, and it'll be actually a good concept for videos coming soon. You can play with lower base players and try to help them out and try to get them up to where they're more comfortable with the game because they're playing with someone that's better than them, which is really good. Leaving the first time, there's a 15-second penalty for random searching. Second time is 30 seconds. Third and subsequent times is going to be 1 minute. And also they're going to be adding Japanese. Adding Japanese to the languages on the game, which is going to be good for all our Japanese players. Now their language is probably on here, so now they don't only have to speak English. They're fixing the news feed coming up into this patch. So now it's going to be, instead of the coming soon picture, they're going to actually show when the updates are coming or the latest news, when people are new characters coming out, new skins coming out. All that's going to be shown on the coming soon news feed screen, which is really good. So now you don't always have to go to Twitter or Discord, because they're now they're going to be displayed on the coming soon screen, which is really good. Scalable special damage effects. So now, guys, they're going to be introducing, you're not taking consistent damage or consistent bleed, poison damage, or anything, or fire damage. Okay, now they're adding it to where the systems are going to be increasing to as much more poison or as much more fire or as much more bleed as you get. So after burning or bleeding and poisoning, all right. So there's going to be three tiers to it. It's going to be light, medium, and intense, aka high. Where the medium is basically what we're at right now. So like when you get a medium bleed, is just going to be basically what bleeding is like right now. But light bleed is going to be really light, and intense is you're going to be bleeding way more frequently, and you're going to have to be able to stop and heal. But it should be easier for newer players and be less frustrating, because newer players bleeding now are bleeding as it is at a medium range. If they just start bleeding at light, then it won't be as bad for them. And there's also going to be more options for damaging dealers in game. So like they're going to be adjusting how you take damage in the game. In the future, they're going to make a customizable ammo types, just to probably, that way people could take more bleed damage from like shotguns and stuff like that. And in store, you can see special damage levels in the info side. Knife slashing is going to be medium, so like regular knives are going to be just a medium slash. So basically our regular normal bleed as they are right now. The bleeding levels are going to be small, going to be light, which is a small damage and a quick stop time of 1 second. Medium, they're going to be close to the current level, and it's going to take 2 seconds to heal it. Intense is going to be 4 seconds to heal it up. So basically every tier, when you got to stop your bleed or even poison, it's just going to take longer for you guys to be able to heal. So make sure you're in a better situation when you're fighting, that way you know you'll be able to heal and not take damage from dogs and stuff like that. Also, taking more random damage increases bleed. So basically what that means is if a grunt with a knife hits you once, you'll take your light bleed, but if it hits you again, you'll go to medium, and if it hits you the third time, then you'll go straight into intense bleed. Same thing with hellhounds. If they bite you more than 3 times, you're going to be at a intense bleed level, but if they only bite you once, then it's only going to take you for a light bleed. So you guys got to keep that in mind. It's going to be a lot harder killing when you're going after dogs. You're going to try to avoid those unless you just know how to kill dogs. Then it's going to be easier for you, and you won't have to be bothered by it as much. Now there's a lot of trait changes. Okay, there are going to be a lot of traits there's one more trait introduced to the game, but so when you have bloodless, basically you only suffer from light bleed intensity, so you'll only suffer light bleed no matter how many times you get hit. So bloodless is going to be a really good trait to have. Same thing with Mithridatus. It's going to be the same thing. You're only going to suffer from, you're not going to take as much damage from poison. Shotguns no longer going to cause bleed at all, which is good, but they're introducing in the future, shotguns may have an ammo type that bleeds, so they're going to introduce new ammos to the game, and shotguns are going to get a specific ammo that'll make you bleed. Burning levels, of course, light means minor, medium means close, and intense means faster burning rate. Standing in a fire can cause more levels of burn the longer you stand in it. So the more times you get hit by the little fire grunts, or the more times you're just standing in fire, or you're exposing yourself to fire, the more bleed you're going to get. You can go to light to intense really fast. Grunts with torches deal 1 burning level per hit, so every time you get hit by them, you're going to increase a burning level. Shoot, any burning will escalate in levels unless you put it out. So if you just let yourself bleed for a little while, or you let yourself sorry guys, if you guys let yourself bleed, or you're going to let yourself just burn for a little while like you're trying to get a kill, it'll escalate, so you will have to actually put it out, or else you're going to be taking substantial damage and take bar loss and all of that. Down players burn at the same speed as on live, so if you throw multiple burning items at them, then you can increase their burn level. That way now you won't have to just wait for them to burn out all the way. You can throw 3 torches at them and then they'll be able to just burn out more efficiently for players. Stepping on fire won't cause you to instantly burst into flames anymore, but you could take a certain burn damage instantly, so that's pretty good. I actually like that, because the fact that you can walk over a little piece of fire and you just instantly start burning, I didn't really like that a lot, but that is a nice thing that they introduced to the game. It should help newer players out a lot. Consumable changes, okay, so hellfire bombs, they don't deal 100 damage, so basically once you hit a person with a hellfire, you get hit with a hellfire, you instantly take that damage, and then your bar starts to bleed off. That doesn't happen anymore, but instead it just starts the 25 burn damage, so it'll burn a smart bar off immediately, and then it'll just continuously burn the same time while you're losing the rest of your bar. So I think that's a little bit of there, so they nerfed the hellfire bomb a little bit. Trait changes. The salvation skin, of course, it just reduces your fire damage and burn speed now by 25% even when down. So if you have salvation skin on, basically you're only going to be taking you're only be taking like 75% of what it should be for you to burn, especially when you're down, which could be a good trait if you go down a lot. And you know, people like to burn bodies in this game. It'll help you out, give your teammates a little bit more time to rescue you while you're burning. So the poison levels, we'll get into that. Light is a short duration and a minor screen effect, so and medium is just a regular screen effect it has now, and intense poison levels is long duration and high screen effect. Okay, so now they're increasing the screen will drastically change in intense, and it'll only minorly change for light. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're fighting, and you know you'll have to be taking damage from hive bombs and hives and anything like that that's going to do you poison damage. You have to be aware of that. So now a lot more people are going to be running the weak shots and the stem and the weak shots and the higher shots. They're all going to be running those now because it's going to be doing a lot more damage. Also, trait changes for Mithridus, because it's the poison one, you can only get light poisoning in only around 3 seconds, and instead of going for 2 points like it is now, it's going all the way up to 5. So it's going to be a big price increase for trait points, so that one keep in mind. So you're going to be changing around your perk setup so you can adjust for that. The consumable changes, they only made light consumable changes. The antidote shot is price was up to 55, the weak price up to 25, and the weak duration, instead of 6 minutes, now it's going to be 30 minutes. So I expect a lot of people to only be running the weak shots instead of the big shots. New tools, poison trip mine, that's actually going to be, it doesn't create a whole cloud of smoke and no lingering effect, but it sprays you as soon as you come in contact with it. So it takes you with as soon as you hit it, it takes you with their poison damage that it gives you, and then it'll come and hit you, but it won't do like lingering damage at all. So it won't hit you multiple times, only once. And they come in packs of 2. The gameplay, they're changing in the gameplay loop changes. I don't know exactly what that means, but they're going to add mechanics to prevent deadlocks and reduce camping, which is interesting. We'll see how that happens. They're introducing a new trait, so this is this big update, introducing a big trait called Serpent. It allows players to pick up clues, rifts, and abandoned bounties from small distance away. So I don't know exactly how far away you're actually able to pick it up from, but now you won't have to run inside the buildings to pick up a bounty, or it says used by looking at the item through dark sight and waiting until bars are filled. It can't be used to steal bounties from people that already have them and are alive, but you can take it off a dead hunter. So if you kill somebody and you don't run all the way to where they are, you can get in a certain distance from them and you'll just be able to pick it up, but it takes you 5 seconds of a suspended animation where you can't move or anything like that in dark sight, and people are going to be able to hear you. It makes the regular, it makes the regular dark sight noise, but anybody that plays this game knows that you can hear dark side noises, so they might hear you doing it and hear you using the serpent, so they're going to be able to hear you through the walls, and it works through walls and obstacles too, so that's going to be really good. You're not going to have to push in buildings for dark side. If a team is camping in there and they don't want to pick up bounty yet to waste it, they just leave it on the ground. You're going to be able to pick it up. It's just going to take you around 5 seconds. Also, again, a new mechanic, you're going to start being able to regain dark side boost from corpses. So say a team of 3 walks up on you and you just picked up dark side with your team, and you wipe that whole team off. As long as you kill the enemy team and they're dead, and as soon as you loot their bodies, 1 second per corpse refills on your dark side. So basically this is going to make it interesting, because now trios are going to have to prioritize the person who's not running dark side, who's not going to be carrying dark side, to be running vulture. That way he's going to be able to get the 3rd corpse. But yeah, it's just going to change a lot of the dynamics of the game. It works by looting courses, like I said. Dark side boost is capable at 5 seconds max, so you can't go over 5 seconds. You just have to stay at 5 seconds, but you'll be able to refill. You can't pick them up off of burning corpses or any ones that you can't loot. Multiple players from the same team can get multiple seconds as long as they can loot the corpses. Vulture will help. So if what that means is that if you're running vulture as a 3rd, then you shouldn't be picking up dark side. Your other 2 teammates should, and you let them loot after you guys kill the squad, and then you can get up the rest of the cleanup loot because you have vulture on it. You'll be able to loot them even though a normal person wouldn't, because of the perk. Equipment changes, they're just adding slight nerfs, or slight buffs to the Romero hand cannon and the hatchet. They increase the range by 1 meter. The hatchet's doing more heavy melee damage. The Talon variants, all of them in the game, are doing heavy melee damage increased. Obre's mace is going to be doing more melee damage, slightly increased. Choke bombs are now going to be canceling poison clouds as well as fire clouds, and they increase the duration from 1 minute to 2 minutes for the choke bomb. So that's gonna be interesting on how that plays out in game. Audio changes. The AI footsteps are based on the levels of agitation. So what that means is now if a zombie isn't aggroed on you, you're not really gonna hear their footsteps that much. But if they're aggroed on you, or the zombies are chasing you, or a hive is chasing you, then it's gonna be increased on their footsteps. And also the new sunset time of day now uses daylight instead of nighttime ambience. Don't know how that's gonna work, but I'd have to see it in game. But guys, new legendaries that are going to be dropping. These are actually really nice. I think all of them are really good. Especially, I'll tell you my favorite at the end when I tell you all of them. So they added a new character. Her name is Phyllis, and she's going to be 700 blood bonds. By the way, all of these are all blood bond skins. None of them are where you have to spend actual money in the game, as long as you play the game enough. So that's really good. Character is going to be Phyllis. She is really dope. I think this character looks really cool. And she looks kind of like the weird sister, but she just looks a little bit more modernized, and she still looks like she can be useful because she has a dark cloak on and everything, and she's not super wide with her, and she won't look super wide in a hitbox if you see her in game. Tooth and Claw Martini Henry Reposit skin that they added for Neo, which is really dope. Black Mama Nitro skin that they added for Sohinki, dope. My favorite, the uppercut skin for Calamity. I think that one looks super fucking clean, and I'll definitely be running that for sure as soon as it comes out. They also added contest skin runner-ups. They added Gator for the Caldwell Rival, Death Spring for the Winfield Talent. I think both of those look really crisp. And yeah, and they also updated their roadmap, which is really cool. And guys, actually we'll have the patch notes at the bottom of the description, so if you guys want to look at the patch notes yourself, you guys will have all that information down in the description. Make sure you guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. Let's try to get this video to 30 likes. If we can break that, I'll be greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video and you learned anything from it, make sure to comment down below what you learned and what you didn't know before, or something that I missed that I didn't know about, and I'll get to that. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy all the content. Make sure to follow my Twitch, because I will be live on Twitch. I'm live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. And that's Hinksman again, coming at y'all with another video. I am out. Peace.